This is September 8th, 2025. I'm Tomlyn Nicholson. Danish energy giant Orsted has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, accusing it of unlawfully halting construction on a massive offshore wind farm project off the East Coast. The company claims the stop work order violates federal contracts and could set back the U.S. renewable energy goals by years. In economic news, President Trump issued a stern warning to foreign manufacturers, threatening steep tariffs if they do not relocate more production to the U.S. amid ongoing trade tensions with China and Europe. Turning to domestic security, Trump affirmed his commitment to deploy the National Guard to Chicago to combat rising violence, though he softened earlier rhetoric on federal overrides of local authorities. A high-profile trial gets underway today as Ryan Routh, the man accused of attempted assassination of President Trump, faces charges in federal court. Prosecutors allege a politically motivated plot with open arguments expected to draw intense scrutiny. Politics heats up in the Big Apple, where Trump and his allies are actively working to consolidate the Republican field in New York's mayoral race, aiming to derail progressive candidate Zohran Mamdani amid a messy primary battle. On the border front, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem joined ministers from the Five Eyes intelligence agencies for a key meeting in London, focusing on enhancing cross-border security measures against smuggling and terrorism threats. Education and culture under the microscope. The White House announced a review of Smithsonian Institution's content on potential biases, a move critics say could extend to influencing history curriculum in schools nationwide. Market watchers are buzzing as gold futures hover near all-time highs, fueled by expectations of the Federal Reserve rate cuts later this month to stimulate the economy. Criminal justice reform takes a hit as Trump ramps up attacks on cashless bail policies, vowing to push legislation that would end them in high-crime states following recent high-profile releases. Health officials are sounding the alarm over a spike in flesh-eating bacteria infections across the southern U.S., linked to contaminated water sources after recent floods, with at least a dozen fatalities reported.